And it just started. Okay. So, Miss Wanda, we're going to start with you.
Yes.
So, tell us about yourself.
Um, I am married, married for 30 years. I'm a mother of kids, um, Army veteran. Um, I've been to war. Was also athlete. I did basketball and track in high school. Own my own business.
Okay.
So right now, I'm just enjoying the retired parenting at home mom status, wife. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Well, first off, thank you for your service.
Oh,
So,
good.
so what branch of military did you serve?
Army. I was Army.
Army. Okay. Okay. Was that
Mhm.
the career path that you've always wanted?
Actually, originally, me and my sister, like I spoke of, I played basketball, volleyball, and track. We were gonna do the Air Force on the buddy plan, and she ended up deciding to. We got scholarships for basketball, so she wanted to go see what that was like, and then she ended up getting married and stuff. So, I switched from Air Force to Army because you have to score a certain level. And when we were going to do the buddy plan for the Air Force, she didn't score high enough. So I switched to the Army. So I didn't really want to play sports. It was just I was naturally athletic. So the military provided me the option to make money and to travel. So I guess that would be a yes. That was to see
Okay.
the world and to yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, was there any, when you were growing up, was there any like specific path that you were like, okay, yeah, I'm going to follow this. This is what I want to do?
When I was growing up, I was like, oh, I want to be a lawyer. And then, as kids, you see something else and it changed. But as I got older, like I said, into high school, coming from the background, I had both parents in the household, but money wasn't plentiful. I knew if I didn't get a full scholarship, and even with that, it was going to be hard financially. So it quickly switched to, oh, the military can afford me the opportunity to see the world, to have a career, and to make money.
Right. Okay. Okay. Was there ever a university that you were like specific on, like if you could, you would?
Um, Back then, because I wanted to be a lawyer, I was like everybody wanted to go to Stetson, so I was like, I want to go to Stetson University. So,
Okay.
but like I said, once I got older, it was always the military, because even in the military they pay for your education. So if I wanted to pursue my education, I could also do that as well.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
Was there ever a university or career path that you wanted William to follow?
um to be honest, no. I've always been the type of parent that I supported their decision, because I'm a type of, I guide them. I don't suppress or dictate. I kind of guide them. I wanted him to go where he felt he would be most successful and happy. So no, whatever his decision was, I was going to support.
Okay. So what made you guys want to sign up with Game Speed Elite? Or what made you, or who introduced you to Mr. Dan?
William was playing for a team called Florida Elite. They had like different teams, and hold on, and they were in the championship, and there was another family there. Um, it just wasn't, William wasn't a good fit for that particular team. And one of the fathers came up to us after the game, and he said that he knew of a team in Orlando, because we live down in Northport, Florida, which is, South Florida, Sarasota County. He said, but it's in Orlando. And he was like, I'm going to talk to the coach, because he knew them, and give them your information. So that's how we heard about Game Speed Elite. A parent saw William playing and gave the information, and put us in contact with Dan Cross.
Okay.
And then he asked for, film and different things, and it went from there. So yes.
Okay. So what person, since starting with GameSpeed Elite, what personal growths in William did you see that he might not have attained if he hadn't gone with GameSpeed Elite or Mr. Dan?
Game Speed Elite it was more than basketball. Um, most of the teams he played prior to that, everything was basketball driven. Game Speed Elite was a little bit different because he also taught them about life skills, and on and off the court. So one of the things that I feel that William, even to this day, it was just something when he's out into the professional world on, how to market himself, how to sell himself, and just be um, an all around person and just not one dimensional where everything was just geared about basketball. Because, honestly, we all know at the end of the day, no matter what level you compete at, the ball eventually stops bouncing.
Mm.
So that was one of the benefits of playing with Game Speed Elite. He kind of, expressed that, and, it was more about not just being a basketball player, but being a young, productive male. Um, and expose them to different opportunities and things that they might have probably would not have experienced had he played with another team.
Okay. Okay. So what inspires or motivates you to continue being a great parent to William and your other children?
Um, Prior to William, I lost three children, and I always see them as a blessing. Kids don't ask to come here. What inspires me is that God blessed and thought enough of me to task me with the opportunity of raising kids, because that's the thing that not everybody gets. So I never take it for granted, and it inspires me to see um, not only what I, but my husband as well, and even people like Dan Cross that pour into youth that eventually grows into young men and young women. So it just basically, because one of the most, I would say, the most rewarding and inspiring thing is the love and the respect that they show based on what has been poured into them. That keeps me motivated, and just being grateful and thankful for the opportunity of being tasked with being a mother, because that's not an opportunity that everybody gets to experience.
Okay. But that's awesome. That's, it's I'm sorry for your loss, of course.
Yeah.
But it really is inspiring. So what would you, if you could give William one piece of advice throughout his career, what would it be?
One of the things that I always give him is this: make sure that whatever decision you make is your decision. Because when we make decisions and choices in life, we're the only ones that are responsible to deal with the results or the consequences. And when making those decisions, make sure it's something that you enjoy to do. Because there are times where you have to do things that maybe to get to the next level. But I always tell him, make sure you put thought and you do things that you want to do and that you feel is going to get you to whatever level you're trying to go to. So just make sure that whatever decisions you're making, it's based on you. You can listen to at the opinion and advice of others, but you're going to be the one that have to really deal with whatever results or consequences that come after, whether that's good or bad.
Okay. Okay. I love that. Now,
Mhm.
William, we have some questions for you.
Okay.
So, what year did you graduate high school or college, or where are you at right now?
I graduated high school in 2017. Um, I graduated last year from college with a BBA, a bachelor's in business administration. It
Okay.
took, yeah, it took me 5 years instead of four. I didn't start off at the school I graduated from. I was on a basketball scholarship at the previous school, was there 2 years, and then when you transfer it, add a whole another year because the curriculums are different. So
Mhm. Okay. Okay, that's awesome. We're the same age. I graduated high school in 2017. I'm still on my in school for my degree. So I'm definitely with you there. So when did you start working with Mr. Dan? Like how old were you?
uh ooh, when I met Coach Dan when I was 16, 15, around that area. When I started
Okay.
playing for him.
Okay. So what's your favorite memory or favorite event or game that happened? What would you say?
Oh, there's a lot of good memories. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'll definitely say when he used to take us to the different like career, like he used to have this thing, like we'll have this time off, like before between tournaments, and he would take us to like the courthouse to show us different like career paths. And he took us one time, I think he took us to like a bank, and we did like activities and stuff. So I didn't, I really enjoyed that because I learned a lot from it and applied it to my daily life.
Wow. Okay. Okay, that's really cool. So who would you say your biggest influence is?
I have probably a couple. I'll say my mother and definitely both my parents for different ways. I mean, my dad shows me how to be a man. He instilled into me hard work at a young age. I remember because he was in the military, so I remember active duty five days a week, sometimes 7 days a week. When once a month for a drill, he used to get up at 4:30 to be at um work at 6 because he worked an hour away. So it showed me like at a young age that hard work pays off.
Right.
And even being a father during working so hard, he was actually still being a father, coming home playing with me, and even though he was tired, so it showed me a lot how to be a father. Eventually, not now, but eventually.
Right.
And my mom just showed me how to be a great person. She just showed me how to, give back, and she showed me how to be a lover. And I just thank both of them for just making me the person I am today.
hmm We wouldn't be anywhere without our parents. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't. So name three people alive or dead that you would love to meet and why.
I definitely want my uncle, my auntie, and my other uncle to be still here, still living out. They all three of them didn't see me graduate college, and I know if they was alive, they'll still, they would have been there. And I just wish I could live that moment with them.
Right.
So
Right. So if you had the chance to convince somebody who is on the fence about joining Game Speed Elite, what advice could you give them that would be like, okay, this is why I should join?
I mean, you should join Game Speed League because, like I said, it's more than basketball. I mean, he teach you life skills. Like I said, he used to take us to different like the courthouse. He used to take us to the banks and stuff to introduce us. He used to have people come in and educate us about different career paths and stuff. He also, he teach you life skills. I remember on the road trip, he used to assign curfews before the nights before games. He used to assign certain duties. Like I remember one time I had to wake up before everybody and provide breakfast for everybody, and like hand out apples and oranges and granola bars and water and stuff like that. And then sometimes he assigned certain players to do the laundry after the game. And then like when we went out for dinner, we didn't, he had to dress attire. Like, we all had to wear jeans or khaki pants, wear the nice polo t-shirt or polo, and no jewelry, no hats. So he really showed us how to be professional. And
Hmm. Okay. That's pretty cool. So did you ever, when you were in college or high school, did you ever meet your athletic and academic goals? Like, did you have any?
yes, athletic goals. My athletic goal in high school was to get a college scholarship. Even though my parents was in the military, school was paid for with the GI Bill. I still wanted to be because that was my dream to play college basketball on a scholarship. So that was one of my athletic goals. My academic goals, Yes, I did. I graduated high school. I graduated college because a lot of people don't graduate college. I know a lot of people that started college and then didn't finish. So
Right.
that was one of my goals. Is I don't care how long it was going to take. I was going to get a bachelor's degree. I was going to graduate college.
That's awesome. I have that same thing built into me. You know, I graduated same high school, same year as you. I went to a community college locally, just, doing some classes here or there. I'm like, nope, this isn't for me. I joined Full Sail University, and ever since I've been, head down, I'm grinding.
Mhm.
I'm the same way. So now I have a couple questions for both of you.
Okay.
So what's your guys' favorite movie?
My favorite movie is um I'm gonna say off. It's
What is
hard
it?
because I like In a Honor or Officer and a Gentleman. It's between those two.
Okay.
I'll say either the Hangover movies or the Friday movies.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, both are really good.
Yeah.
So Miss Wanda, name
Yeah.
3 people alive or dead that you would love to meet and why.
Um, I would love to meet Barack Obama and Michelle Obama in person,
Mhm.
just because that is a part of history that I, as a young African American, got to experience, and just would want to have a conversation, and you see them from afar and on the TV and stuff, but just to have the opportunity to meet with them, not just about life and politics, but they're African American couple with kids around my age, and just to see what advice they would give. So those are 2 people, and someone that's passed that I would have probably loved to have met. It's probably my grandparents. I never met my grandparents, and I would have loved to have met them.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's awesome. So
Hmm.
what's the first thing you guys do when you wake up and the last thing you do before you guys go to bed?
You want to take that, William?
First thing I wake up is I guess brush my teeth, get my mind ready for the day, and and then the last thing I do before I go to bed, I just started this. I'm starting to get back into shape, so I'm gonna start doing sit ups and push ups and planks before I go to bed. So that's
Okay.
probably the thing I do before I go to bed.
Well, the first thing I do when I wake up is I thank God for another opportunity. And the last thing I do is I thank Him for seeing me through and keeping my family and friends safe. So I started with God and I ended with God.
Okay. Okay. I love that. That's awesome. So that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate you for taking time out of your day to come on here and do this with me. It was nice meeting you both. And if you
To
guys want to, if you're on TikTok, go on to Game Speed Elite. I made a TikTok page for there that Mr. Dan and I are running, and we're gonna see where we could take it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All righty.
All
Well,
right,
thank you
appreciate
for
it.
the opportunity, and it was great speaking with you as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you for the opportunity and good luck in your future.
Oh,
Hoping
thank you. You
big
too.
things for you. No problem.
Have a good one.
You too.
You too.